Earlier in April, I uploaded a video about the upcoming sequel of Plants vs. Zombie Heroes, explaining the rules and the changes to the gameplay, and promptly getting shot by the PopCap employee.
The people at PopCap are very angry at me, I don't know why. So, that's it guys, thanks for watching. Okay guys, give me a sec.
Of course, as we all know, it was an April Fool's joke. Or is it? Of course it is. But that's not the full story. You see, I've always wanted to create my own card game. I like card games. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Since I was a little kid. So I got creating. My first project didn't get to see the light of day. My second project was finished, but it's so needlessly complicated that no one ever wanted to play it. But it did give me a core idea that inspired me to create my third and my latest project, Plants vs. Zombie Heroes Reimagined. So, in this video, I'll going over the rules of the game, what makes it different from the original Plants vs. Zombie Heroes, and how you can play it yourself right now. Let's get started. Well, before we go, I'll say this again. I'll be explaining mostly the differences between this game and Plants vs. Zombie Heroes, assuming you played Plants vs. Zombie Heroes before. If you have not, well, I suppose you can read the rules documentation, because that actually explains all the rules. The link's in the description. Now, to the actual game. Because the game's designed to be playable as a physical card game, there have to be changes to the game board. As you can see here, it mostly stayed intact. Just needed zones for the plant deck, the zombie deck, the heroes, the superpowers, the discard pile for plants, and graveyard for the zombies. That's it. Oh, and another copy of the whole thing upside down. Yes, in this game, you have to manage both the plant side and the zombie side at the same time. Now that you know what the game board looks like, let's see what the cards are like. There are two main card types here, and they are fighters and tricks. And they work almost one-to-one to Plants vs. Zombie Heroes, except for the fact that the destroy fighters and tricks go to the discard pile if they are plants, and graveyard if they are zombies. And that's pretty much it. So, instead of explaining what they do, I'll just show some cards on the screen to give you the sense of how the cards are. One thing of note though are the classes shown at the bottom of the card. There are a lot more classes in this game. 10 plant classes and 8 zombie classes in fact. And the tribe system is removed completely. Oh, and at the time of writing this script, there are a total of 243 cards in the game. And they only come from Plants vs. Zombie 1, Plants vs. Zombie Journey to the West or the Endless Edition, Plants vs. Zombie Great War Edition, Plants vs. Zombie Social Edition, and Plants vs. Zombie Adventures. Plants vs. Zombie 2 stuff will be added after this video is done. So if you are watching this months or years later, there probably are a bunch of Plants vs. Zombie 2 plants and zombies already. Now, let's shift our focus to the hero cards. Just like in Plants vs. Zombie Heroes, you can bring a hero with you, and they will affect how you build your deck. In this game though, they also have abilities. Their abilities work like any other fighters or tricks, but heroes can't be removed from the game board in any way. So these abilities will always be available if you have enough resources to pay for them. And lastly, here are some superpowers. They're still pretty much just tricks, but you get to choose 2 superpowers to add to your deck though. There are generic superpowers and signature superpowers. Signature superpowers are tied to each hero, and you can have those in your deck if you use those heroes. At the start of the game, place the 2 superpowers in the superpower zones, and you must put the signature superpower as the second card. This will matter. Oh, and if you don't want to use signature superpowers, or you aren't using heroes, feel free to have 2 generic superpowers. Now let's talk about how you build your decks. The deck must consist of 30 cards, not including hero and superpower, and you can have up to 3 copies of each card, except legendary cards. you can only have one copy of each legendary card, and you can only have 3 legendary cards total in your deck. If you are using heroes, you must have enough cards from that hero's class listed on the hero card. For example, if you're using Green Shadow, you must have at least 15 appeasement plants in your deck. And don't forget, you're playing both plants and zombie at the same time, so you need a deck for plants and zombies before you can play. If you don't know what to play, we have a couple of pre-made decks that you can try. Not to mention that there are a bunch of user-made decks already, so you can try those too. Of course, you still use Sun and Brains to spend for your cards and abilities, but there are 2 major changes in Plasma Heroes Reimagined. First, you get both Sun and Brains at the start of turn because, again, you play both plants and zombies at the same time. You also still get Sun and Brains equal to the turn count, so turn 1 you get 1 Sun and Brain, turn 2 you get 2 Sun and Brains, and so on. Now, for the second major difference, your Sun and Brains last between turns. That means if you end your turn 5 with 5 Sun, next turn 6, you get 6 Sun on top of the 5 Sun you already have. That means you have 11 Sun. This is the biggest change so far, and it changes how you approach the cards. Lastly, the max amount of resources you can get per turn is 10, and the max resources you can hold is 16 each. Now, let's say you have your deck, you've got your opponent, and you both are ready to fight. What do? First, of course, you're gonna put the cards in the correct zones, your decks, heroes, superpowers, on the designated spot. After that, decide who will be player 1 and player 2. You can do anything to decide this, but the most common way is to throw the die. Whoever gets the higher number gets to choose. Now, both players draw 3 plant cards, and if they don't like any of those cards, they can place those cards at the bottom of the deck, then draw the same number of cards. You get to do this one time only, and once that's done, do the exact same thing for the zombie cards. After that, give yourselves 1 Sun and Brain, and now you can start the game. The turn order is slightly modified from Plasma Heroes. Here's how it goes. First is the start phase. This is similar to the start of turn in Plasma Heroes. Here you get the Sun, Brains, and then you draw 1 plant card and 1 zombie card. Some abilities also trigger here. Next is the Play 1 Zombie Play phase. Here, Player 1 can play Zombie Fighters and Zombie Tricks or any zombie cards. After that is Player 2 Plant and Zombie Play phase. Here, Player 2 can play all the cards. Then is the Player 1 Plant Play phase, where Player 1 gets to play the plant cards. After that is the combat time. Combat works similarly to Plasma Heroes, but I'll explain a bit more later. After combat is done is the end phase. Sometimes something happens here, but usually it's just saying that the next turn about to start. Also, if you have more than 10 cards in your hand, oh yeah, you're allowed to have more than 10 cards in your hand, you must discard those cards until you have 10 cards. As I said before, combat works like Plasma Heroes, but because they are too long, that needs some clarifications. You always start from the roof side going to the pool side, and you always start from the lawn of the left of the player 1. Other than that, there are 2 major things that you have to keep in mind about combating. 1. Zombies actually have team up in this game. And 2. Zombies, and only zombies, cannot attack the turn they played. At this point, you may notice that there are blank spot thingies at the end of each lane. Those are for dummies, and they are how you win. Zombie dummies have 8 health and take damage like how any fighters would, while plant dummies have 3 shields. One attack take away 1 shield no matter how much the damage was, unless it's 0. When a dummy is destroy all opposing fighters in that lane. Then you get 1 superpower of the side that dummy was destroyed on. For example, if your plant dummy get destroyed, destroy all zombie fighters there, and you get 1 plant superpowers, and this works vice versa. To win, you must destroy exactly 3 plant dummies or 3 zombie dummies, not 3 total. If you destroy 2 plant dummies and 2 zombie dummies, you still haven't won. You need to destroy a third one, but it can be either plants or zombies. And that's how you play Plant Zombie Heroes Reimagined. You can find more information such as keyword meanings and class descriptions in the rulebook found in the game. You can play this game through screentop.gg and Tabletop Simulator. Link to both are in the description. The last part of this video will go over the controls of Tabletop Simulator and screentop.gg in case you're not familiar with them. But that's it for the scripted SP. Say hi to the unscripted SP. Alright, thank you scripted SP for everything. Hello everyone, I am the unscripted SP. This part will not be scripted because I am too lazy. But yeah, so this is screentop.gg. This is what you will see when you click the link in the description for the screentop. And what you have to do is just click play here. I don't think you even need like an account. You click play and there might be a screen that you can put your name in. If you are logged in, you have an account, your name will already be there. When you join, you either choose seat 1 or seat 2, it doesn't really matter. I choose seat 1. And below, this is gonna be my position, my seat. My hand will be here. When I put cards in my hand, I'll put them here, and your opponents will not be able to see it. Just like that up there. If cards are put there, you will not be able to see it, but the other player will be able to. Now, to invite the other player, you simply have to click on this invite button here and copy the link and send it to them. And then all they have to do is just click this link and they will join this room. Now, for the controls, you move around by the UASD or the arrow keys, or you can just click and drag around. Okay, in screentop, the cards are laid out like this, and when you want to pick cards, you simply click and drag. If you want to select multiple plants or multiple cards at once, you simply double click, and you'll see the number of cards selected on the top. You can also obviously use Control and scroll wheel to zoom around. Yes, because scroll wheel alone would just scroll the page. So Control and scroll wheel to zoom in and out. And then you can Control and click to select the whole deck also. There's also Shift click. Shift click would select multiple cards in a pile, but one at a time. So in a pile there, for example, this one have 12 cards. If you shift click, you select 12 at once. If you double click, you select 12 at once. If you want to select one at a time, maybe you want to select 6 of these, you can shift click 6 times. There we go. Next, use F to flip things and use it to bump things. What do you mean by bump? So these, if you want to move the turn count to the next number, you use F. If you want to move to the next phase, you use F. If you want to roll the die, F. If you want to toss the coin, F. If you want to put the damage on the dummies, also F. Also, these are the tokens that you can use, the counters you can use to denote effects or health. Behind the -1 are the +1 in case you need them. Oh, and yeah, you can right-click drag to select multiple things, and then, as you can see here, boom. This will be useful when you are creating a deck and you're just listing all the cards if you want to move them all together in a single pile, you right click them, select them all, and instead of left click to drag, you right click to drag. There you go. And lastly, you can click on the question mark to see the rule of the game. And that's pretty much it for the controls of screentop.tt. Now on to Tabletop Simulator. Alright, as for Tabletop Simulator, when you click the link, you'll be sent to Steam Workshop here, and what you have to do is to hit subscribe button here. No, this is not advertising, this is how you add any custom content from Steam Workshop into literally any game. And once you subscribe and you go back to the game, and hit create to create the room, hit multiplier, select the server type. You can have it public, or you can use like friend invite only, or you can invite by something I forgot. But yeah, once you set the thing up, you can create the server, and then Plasma Heroes Reimagined would be in the workshop section. Simply load it, and then you'll be here. So to move around, you can use WASD. If the game allows me to. Okay. WASD to move. And then arrow keys to rotate the camera. It's pretty wonky, I don't like it. Or alternatively, you can use middle mouse drag to move around, and right click drag to move the camera. Okay? To view the cards, they are in here. So there will be 2 plant piles and 2 zombie piles. They are equally distributed, so you can the deck, the pack is not too big. So you just drag it out, right? And you can right click and search, and you can see all the cards in it. If you want to put this in your deck, you simply drag it out. There you go, that's a card. Then you use F to flip. You can have infinite of these copies, so just take out 3 of them so that you can make the deck. To get the top of the card, you simply drag it quickly, and you get 1 card. But if you hold and drag, you drag the whole thing. Also, if you drag it too much, you shuffle it. As you can see on the animation here, you can also right click and shuffle, that works. Left click and drag will be select multiple. That can become useful. Next up, you use F to flip, and you can also have control to have a bigger view of the cards, like that. Like, let's say I have this all the way there. Oh, it's too far. There you go, and now you can read it. So to rotate, you can use the right click option or hold select the card and use scroll wheel. There you go. F, not only you use F to flip cards, you use F to roll the dice, you have to toss a coin. Also for sun and brains, instead of having each individual counters, you have this thing where you can increase the number, decrease the number, reset the number. There you go. But for the turn count and base count, I did not have a really good way to implement it, so you just drag it out and toss it away. Drag out and toss it away. But for the start phase, because this one repeats a lot, you can just drag them out, flip, and you keep doing it until it's the end, and then you flip the whole thing, put it right back there. Same thing for dummies, but you don't really use dummies, you just take them out one by one. And there we go. And I think that's pretty much it for Tabletop Simulator. Special thanks to the all XP supporters, Runeblade09, Snowly Sheep, In-Depth New Dev, Adventurer Kana, and Amy Lives Alone. Thanks y'all for the support. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, because that will help me a lot. And that's pretty much it. See you in the next video.